My role here at NAB is as an analyst, and we produce a lot of numbers, and there's a lot of processing that goes on with those numbers. And my job is to ensure that they're processed correctly and improve the procedures that we use.
My role presently is as a trainee repair shop worker, and the day-to-day it usually involves going out to the warehouse, grabbing whatever products that I need to repair, bringing it back to my desk and going over the appropriate repairs, usually cleaning it out, finding whatever portion's broken, repairing it, and sending it back out.
Aspect Capable is a specialist employment service specifically designed for adults on the autism spectrum. We pride ourselves in taking the time to uniquely understand the needs of people that come to us. We work with them to set goals and help them enter the workforce.
So Daniel's role was a new role we created here. We were quite passionate to take a role, create a role, and really fit it around someone's needs. But it's a meaningful role and it's a real role.
We initially had him looking at some of the rate capture processes on a day-to-day basis, but after consulting with Dan, we realised that that wasn't really sitting well with him from a kind of health perspective in relation to some of the aspects that come along with his autism. So we reshuffled the role to move away from that into more valuation type activities.
It's been really great at NAB that they've been understanding about the physical challenges that I face, and that it's hard for me to sit in one position for a long period, so I do need to sort of get up and move around and have more regular breaks than some people.
This is the National Repair Centre for Fujitsu, where we carry out all of the national repairs for the retail sector. Fujitsu had a role available in our repair centre, so we sat down with Aspect Capable and went through the scope of work required and some of the skill sets that was required to fulfil the role. And Aspect came back with multiple candidates, and Spencer was the lucky candidate.
Even during the interview phase, they were actually with me, whether it was as part of the group for the first stage or one-on-one actually coming with me into the interview.
We really feel that open disclosure is quite important, and it has quite a lot of valuable repercussions as a result. So we'll actually accompany clients to their interview. We try and create a more relaxed environment that really supports autism.
Aspect have negotiated a number of adjustments within the role. Among other things, they've allowed me to use headphones and my phone to listen to music while I work, which helps me with a number of focus issues. They've allowed me to get a buddy who I can actually turn to if I have any problems so that I don't fall into a stress feedback loop. Hey, James, can you come over and help me with something?
My role as a buddy for Spencer has involved taking him from a new staff member, showing him around, showing him technical details of what we do here, and just being someone, a first stop he can come to ask for any help with his role.
They've also actually greatly helped me through some on-site support just to see if everything's going well, am I comfortable here? There's been no need, I've actually been very comfortable, but it's always nice to know that there's been that level of support.
We quickly identified the need for some formal education in the technical field, predominantly in the hardware repairs. Spencer will go to TAFE 1 day a week and 4 days here at work, and hopefully within the year we'll have a fully qualified technician on hand, and it's obviously a win-win for everyone.
I often struggle with getting regular sleep, getting to sleep in good time, getting good quality sleep, getting up in the morning. So it's really helpful for me to get into the office a bit later after peak hour and when it's a bit less crowded.
So as part of our services, what we'll do is we'll be there on day one as part of that onboarding, be there as part of the induction program. We make sure prior to the employee actually starting that we take the time to go into the workplace to meet the team in which the new employee will be working with, and to actually provide detailed autism awareness training.
I'd never had the opportunity before to sit down with a group of people who just to talk about autism and what it is and to educate people. And I also started finding my own voice a little bit, that they were really happy with how I explained things to them, and that sort of gave me some more confidence in my own understanding.
Daniel's brought a huge amount of benefit to the team actually. And Daniel's been able to get into the detail, create these programs which help us manipulate and reconcile a huge amount of data, and it's really given the team a dimension that we didn't have in the past.
So Daniel's particular role has brought a real focus on productivity through his skill set and his desire to drill into detail around individual processes. He also brings insights into a different way of working into what we do.
Having Spencer on board with us has enabled us to close the gap, in particular with printer repairs, and on target 100% of the time. So that's, again, a really good outcome. With Fujitsu being a global organisation, and just the sheer volume of people and skill sets that we have on board here, that can only open the doors to more people on the autism spectrum.
We're always looking to grow this model. For the first time, we've actually got organisations proactively coming to us and realising the potential and the benefits that hiring someone on the autism spectrum can bring.
We've seen a positive impact in terms of Spencer's inclusion. We here at Fujitsu understand people on the autism spectrum a lot better, so those barriers, if you like, have been broken down.
I found disclosing has been really beneficial for me, and that was one of the things keeping me from work.
I went through years of feeling like if I disclosed to people, they would see me as lesser, they would see me as less capable, or other things like that. And I found quite the opposite. They've been very accepting and have allowed me to, and have allowed the job to actually be molded to better fit me, so that I can succeed where I wouldn't if I had just said, oh, I'm just like everyone else.
Those on the spectrum can often offer a very different perspective, and it's often quite insightful and very useful for a business. If you actually include that and embrace people on the spectrum in the workforce, then who knows how much we can contribute.